All right, so on the program this morning, we're starting early this year. We want to try and see how we ensure that our environment is much cleaner, but majorly where we live. All right, we're looking at how we can get rid of pests in our surroundings. So we're exploring sustainable pest control solutions for a greener 2026. And joining me in the studio this morning, I have Harrison Ayomide. He's of the Pest Terminators. That's the name of his outfit. And he's also a member, Pest Control Association of Nigeria, PECAN. Ayomide, nice to have you in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
And Happy New Year to you.
Same to you.
All right. So how is PECAN? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, PECAN is doing well. We just finished last year. We did a training and induction for new members.
All right.
And, I think you're on the good side.
Okay. So who can join PECAN? Who are those that can be members?
Now, people that can join PECAN are people that are trained. That if you want to join PECAN, you go to the secretariat and you fill a form.
Right.
When you fill a form, we inspect your outfits. Then we check your necessary certifications and see where.
So you must be a certified pest control officer.
Definitely, you must at least undergo training.
All right. When you say underground training, does it mean I have to go to school? Am I going to go to university to study pest control? Or, I mean, what's your first love, really? What do you guys do first before you become a pest control officer?
Okay, to become a pest control officer, you need to undergo training first. And this training, we have a lot of, even our members that are doing this training regularly. Like we have the likes of Rotemax, we have the likes of the Fortune that undergo training, we have the likes of Pest Terminator that undergoes training.
Okay.
So these are outfits that after they train you, they can actually give you certification, then you can actually be certified. And when it comes to training, it's something you do regularly.
Okay.
Especially in this business of pest control.
Right.
You don't just go and sleep.
Can I join? I'm a broadcaster, for instance. Can I be a pest control officer too?
Definitely. If you have all the required certification, all the necessary things, definitely you can.
I can?
Yes.
Okay. So let's look at pest control. And of course, people, doing the right thing at all times. When you assess last year, for instance, how would you say it? I mean, how would you assess it? Were we really conscious of getting our environment much cleaner and getting rid of pests?
Now, when you talk about getting our environment more cleaner, it's a continuous process where you need to clean your environment, because when your environment are not cleaned, when the sewage, when your waste are not properly packed, these are things that can actually attract pests into your homes and your environment.
Okay. So it's a continuous thing that must be done from time to time.
It is a
but from your assessment, are we doing good? Are we performing well?
I think we still need to.
Or from PECAN's assessment?
Let me use from PECAN. We just need to still do more as a country, as a state, as individuals. So
how often are we supposed to be engaging in that exercise of, let's say, fumigation or pest control? How often should we do that?
Okay, when you talk about pest control, first, one thing people don't know is you don't just say you want to do pest control. For example, in an industry, let's say in a restaurant, you want to fumigate or you want to do pest control for an industry. The first thing you need to do is inspect. And these are some of the information where hotels owners, restaurant owners don't know. When you want to call somebody to come and fumigate, the person needs to do a proper assessment.
Okay.
A proper assessment, give you a report of the state of your establishment. I can give you an example. There was a client that have actually been using different unqualified pest control. I think our issue was rodent. Okay. And we sent our team there and we did comprehensive inspection. Then we gave her a report, and she wasn't actually in Nigeria, and she saw that, wow, my people, the sanitation is poor, and these things are the one actually bringing these pests. And when you have a restaurant and you have client and you see rats running all around, it can actually be. So one of the things is do a comprehensive report, and when you do that report, when you give them the report, when you follow that report, definitely, as I speak to you now, the client has zero pests. Yes.
Okay, so for those who might not understand what we're talking about, so what are pests? How would you define a pest?
Pests are things that actually, I'll just put it in a layman like that, things that inconvenient and cause damages to the environment, that cause damages to it can actually cause health outbreak. So
and health hazards too.
Exactly.
So they are creatures.
They are. Let me just say they are pests.
Okay.
Exactly.
So can you give examples of those pests that we're talking about?
We actually have the cockroach, you have the rats, we have the bedbug, we have the centipede.
Okay.
We have
millipede and other stuff.
We have flies.
Okay. Termites
and the rest. So.
Okay. So when you begin to see those kind of things in a building, especially cockroaches, as a pest control manager, what comes to your mind?
Okay, when I go to establishments, like last year, we were in an Airbnb apartment, and in the parlor, we just saw a strip of cockroach running around. This is where they pay heavily, and you're still seeing that. Well, it's not an issue because that's a German cockroach. I don't know whether I should explain a bit about German cockroach.
Please do.
These are very stubborn cockroach, and over the years, due to research, they've been able to adapt to human shelters. Exactly. So that's why I think I did a little research about some fast food around and some supermarket around this state, and I realized that some of them they just mix with their water, and they mix the chlorophorus, and they use that to just try to mob, and without having the right knowledge, without having the right
so once they do that, they feel that will kill the pest, right?
Yes, and what they don't know is that pest over time form resistance to it, and before you know, everywhere is filled with roaches.
Yeah, but let me get back to that question. So once you see those cockroaches around, what will be the cause? What do you think is responsible?
Poor sanitation.
Okay.
Poor sanitation, it's one of the things that can actually cause. And when the pest controller is not fully knowledgeable, because the essence, a pest controller is a solution provider.
Can't it be from the sock away?
That's why I said a pest controller is a solution provider. So if you except you're using a quack, if you use a professional pest controller, it should be able to tell you pest gaps, that okay, from this your sock away, from this your waste bin, these are source and attractants that brings this thing into your place.
Okay.
So the first thing is the report. Have a comprehensive report of the facility. And the truth is, pest, you can actually, although we call it pest control, you can actually take out pests and consistently don't allow them not come into your premises.
Into your compound. Okay, there are methods to do that, right?
Yes, there are methods.
We'll talk about that as well. So there's cockroach. The very common one that we see most of the time are rats, right?
Yeah.
So what causes rats to be around the compound or in the premises?
Some of the things that can actually bring rats around the premises is, as I said earlier, everything just boils down to poor sanitation and poor handling of pests. Okay. And when you find rats inside your house now, for the rodents, they multiply very, very fast. So there are two things. They go in search of food and less competition. Why I say less competition? So in the apartment B, you have massive rats. Now there's high competition there. And in apartment A, there is no competition. There's no rat infestation. So they migrate for source of food, for source of shelter. So when they come into your environment or your premises and they see that, okay, this place is convenient, they tend to stay and they tend to reproduce. And that's why you see, I'll still come back to what they call bait shyness for rats, where you apply all the glues, you apply everything, and you just see that the rats are looking at you face to face. So that's another thing entirely. So,
okay. So those are poor sanitation habits as well.
Exactly.
All right. And the same
I'm not using the certified pest controller.
Right. Okay. And it's the same thing for other kinds of creatures as well.
Yes.
Termites.
Yes. We have termites. We have bedbugs. We have bedbug and the rest.
Bedbugs are very stubborn, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that as well. But how often should one be thinking of sanitizing or perhaps fumigating the house? How often should that be done?
Okay. What we always advise is, because we have different methods. We have the cultural method, we have the biological method, we have the physical method, pest control. We even have the genetic method, which has to do with the GMOs and the SIT, that's sterile insect techniques. So those are. But the most important thing is when you have. We use IPM, which is integrated pest control,
right,
which is a combination of all.
Yeah, but what I'm asking, how often should we do that?
We can do that regularly. You can do that monthly. You can do that quarterly.
I would have thought once in 6 months.
I think the best. It depends on the pest issue. Now, when you have infestation, there are places where you have infestation. You have to fumigate weekly. Okay. And fumigating or doing pest control weekly doesn't mean that you need to use chemicals like every week. So the idea of of IPM is a reduction of the use of chemical method because we have other method.
Okay.
Exactly. So
let's talk about those methods now, really, because our listeners would like to know what are some common pest control methods that are used today, and what are their environmental impacts?
Okay, I will still bring it down to IPM. So as we have the biological method, we have the physical method, we have the method where you use something like you have infestation of rat and you want to use cats to a vector predator method to take them out. Then you have the genetic, which is the GMO and the SIT. That I think we currently we've not done that here in Nigeria. It had to do with you have to do a kind of sterile treatment to for example, the mosquitoes, then breed them for a while, then expose them into the wild to compete with the female, so that at the end of the day they are not able to reproduce. So that helps decline their population. Yes.
Okay.
So
all right. So, but you are saying like every quarter? Okay. I mean, talking about those methods now. So the biological method means what now? You're using things that are not going to be chemical induced?
Yes, things that are not chemical induced. Things that like they're using a predator to get rid of rats. So those are it. Then we have the physical. You can actually handpick.
Right.
Exactly.
So how do we know who are those that we refer to as the pest control managers, and how can we identify them?
Okay, first thing to identify a pest control professional, let me use that word. Mm-hmm. So they are certified. They are certified now in this part of the world. The people that give you those certifications are the federal, state, local government.
Okay.
And we also have also PECAN also. So when you have the certificate from a Heracon, you have from LASEPA, then you have from local government. So that actually gives you the ability to do pest control in a particular field. And you also have that of PECAN. So what PECAN does is they do training and actually want the people that are knowledgeable to actually come into the craft.
Okay.
Exactly. So.
All right. Then Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. The earlier reported impediment within the Papa end has been moved out of the road, so it's much better now. If you're heading towards that's national towards First Gate. All right. Take note of that. Inwards Papa this morning we had an impediment there, but that has been moved off. All right. We're still waiting for updates. I will tell and others keep us updated. I will give us updates from the Lagos Ibadan Expressway corridor. Beja inwards the Long Bridge. What's the situation there? Motorists letting us know that it is pretty slow within that corridor. So we'd love to have some updates within that particular end and other areas too. Have any updates for us, feel free. We'll be able to serve that to the listening public as well. All right, so this year we're trying to say we want to go green. We want things to be greener than it is. So tell me, our motorbike reporter just sent in a message that there's a truck says there's a truck on Long Bridge axis heading towards Warua with tire missing, and it's moving on its rim. Okay, that was the report I was talking about earlier on. Let's see. Okay, all right. I need updates on that particular corridor, by the way. So control room, help us keep an eye on that as well. So we say that this year we want to go greener, and we want people to be much more cautious of their environment in terms of pest control. So what would be your advice, Ayomide? What do you think we should do this year?
Okay, for this year, what we can actually do, what I would advise is we have technologies. We have numerous technologies.
Okay, there are newer technologies now of doing pest control.
Yes, of doing pest control. There are newer pest.
Okay, just a second. Let me see if I can take this call.
Hello.
Hello there. Good morning. Yeah, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Wasim Mohammed, speaking from Lagos, Ibadan.
All right.
Expressway.
Good. Wasim Mohammed, talk to me.
Yeah, so we don't know what is happening towards the interchange. We are just on a standstill.
Okay, so where precisely are you? Where precisely?
Huh?
Where precisely are you?
Before the interchange.
Okay, you're heading towards the interchange.
Yes, towards inward Ibadan.
And it's very slow there.
It is very, very not slow. It's a standstill.
It's a standstill. Okay.
And the other people are moving against traffic.
Wow. All right. Let's find out for you, really.
Let's know what is happening, please.
Okay, then. Thank you so much, Wasu. Those that are within that end, and of course, if you've been able to pass the interchange as well, you can let us know what's happening, what's causing that slowness. Wasu says it's a standstill heading towards the interchange at this time. We need that update as well. But I still have here in the studios Harrison Ayomide of Pest Terminators, and of course he's also letting us in on what we need to do this year, to be precise. All right, so we're saying that this year we want to adopt more strategies that would make us, better take care of our environment. What's your suggestion, really?
Okay, my suggestion will be using these new technologies that are actually in town now to eradicate some of these pests.
Okay.
Like, for example, you literally don't need to put you don't need to use chemicals
anymore
for cockroach.
Yeah. So what do they use?
We have you can actually use the gel type that are not because we have different chemicals, but these are just gel type that you can apply. You don't need to leave the house. You can apply around environment, and it will get rid of it to attract those roaches. They'll take it to their cracks and crevices. They spread it off and they die off.
Wow, just like that?
Yes, and also we have that of rats. We also have that of flies. Where now for the UV lights, they've
that's
been
ultraviolet light.
There've been an improvement of it.
Okay.
That's where it attracts some of those flies. It does it. They stick to a glue. It attracts them. They stick to the glue. Unlike the other one that once it attracts them, it electrocute them. They call that insecticutors. But I think that for me, I don't really buy that, because when it electrocute them, especially for food areas, they splash.
Okay.
And this is not good for some standard, because when those splash, you don't see those splashes, and it can actually get into food. And these things carry bacteria. They carry different disease.
Right.
Carrying. So.
Okay. So the way to go this year is you can use technology, right?
Yes.
So you have different kinds of technological devices.
Yes, we even have the one for even mosquitoes, where we have the one for fly that attracts those mosquitoes. It gives off oxygen, attracts those mosquitoes, and gets rid of them. So
a lot of times when we talk about killing mosquitoes, we use what's that popular one, Dio?
Sniper.
Yeah, we use snipers.
That's the chlorophyll. Yeah.
Okay, is this encouraged? Should that be encouraged? Because I hear it's poisonous somehow.
That's why I don't know for the company, but I would advise you can actually use those kind of chemical are not chemical unprofessional people should use.
Okay. This should be applied only by professionals.
By professional. You don't just, because it has a lot of effects. Exactly. If you just use it now, for a professional to use some of those things, they'll need to go through some process. They'll need to have a coverall, their PPE. They'll need to, but you see somebody who just come in and just carry this thing and just use it, and you just feel that, okay, the roaches are dead and the rest.
Okay, so what's the best way of carrying out fumigations that will not be very harmful? Because a lot of times when people do fumigations, they have to leave the house for like a whole day. By the time they return, they still have irritations. You're sneezing left, right, and center, and all of that. Can that be done better this year?
I always advise we should do more of IPM.
That's integrated pest control.
Yes.
So how does that work? How does it work?
I've explained it before. That's a combination of different methods. Ideally, chemical method, which is the usual one, is the last resort when it comes to pest control. It's actually the last resort where you've used some of this thing and it's not, you're not able to that. It's the last resort. So when you, for example, we have a targeted pest. Now, when you come and you complain that I have cockroach in my house, and you just want only that cockroach out. I should be able to advise you that, see, we can come to your place, do this treatment. You don't need to leave the house, and it will be a targeted pest. We are targeting just the cockroach. For example, you say I have rats in my house or in my facility, in my industry. I'm like, okay, you don't need to live anywhere. We can actually come apply things that will not affect, and it will get rid of the targeted pest.
You can do that?
Yeah.
All right. Lagos Traffic Radio, 96.1 FM. Let's see if we can hear from you too. Share your own experience with us as it relates to pest control and how you are doing it. When was the last time you fumigated your apartment? Let us know. Those of you on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway, also, let's hear from you too. You can share your experience, especially your travel experience. People are complaining that it's pretty slow on that corridor. Some have said even from the Beja end, Oteri heading towards Long Bridge is slow. And we also heard from Wasiu earlier on, who says approaching the interchange is pretty slow. It's like a standstill. And we're wondering what's going on within that particular corridor. You can share your experience with us. 08099 120-777. That's 0809 912-0777 and 091-5387-7127. All right. Some of you are connecting with us already. This one says, good morning, sir. Bed bugs have dealt with me for months. So I paid so many fumigation companies. Still no improvement. I am honestly frustrated. Shegun is sending that one in. Shegun, thank you so much. So for the likes of Shegun, what can he do? He says he's been fumigating. He has paid fumigation companies, but no improvement.
Okay, so what I would say regarding that, bedbug, very, very stubborn pests, but also...
Is that the most stubborn of all the pests that you've seen?
I think that's not the most stubborn.
Which one is most?
We're looking at termite, and you see termite, bedbug, those things are...
They are brothers.
Exactly, they are brothers. Going towards... Well, I think those doesn't disturb a lot of people. Like the snail, you can actually have a snail infestation.
Snail?
Yes.
Snail?
Yes.
Or snake?
Snail, not snake.
Yes. Snail?
Yes.
How does that happen?
Yeah, you can actually have snail infestation where in your property you just tend to just see massive snail. Yes. And you try all you could, you won't be able to take it down until you have an experience, because there's a difference between a pest controller and an experienced pest controller.
Right. So that could happen. But for bed bugs, what do you think you should do, Shegun?
Okay, for Shegun, he can actually use heat treatments. So he can actually request for... It depends, because a lot of pest controllers have their own methodology.
Okay.
He can actually request for the heat treatment. He can actually request...
But that will only be done by professional advice, right?
Yes, professional.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Don't worry. I don't want to expose that. This one says, please, sir, rats are in my house. I've used glue. I've used glue, rat traps, but they won't die. I am scared to use poison because I have 2 male toddlers who might find it. So what do I do? This is Shalewa sending this one in. Thank you so much, Shalewa.
Actually, the problem she's having is a problem virtually most hoteliers are having. Hoteliers within this city, hoteliers, factories, restaurants, these are major issues, and that's what they call bait shyness. So bait shyness is when a rat avoids a particular bait. It avoids it. So one of the things, as I said earlier, if you need to do a comprehensive inspection of the premises, you need to know the entry and exit points, and you need to try to do exclusion.
Okay.
in their environment. So, for example, you apply, according to her, the first time she applied rat glue, it caught some of them. And this, especially that are mice, they are very, very smart. So when you apply rat glue, it catches one, two, the others tend to avoid it.
Okay.
So that's where we have other treatments, which will now come up with different methodologies to eradicate this particular pest. And
Okay.
a lot of people are having this same issue. And when you have a pest controller should be able to tell you, okay, within this space, I should be able to eradicate this particular thing. And that is the essence why you're paying more. Exactly. If a pest controller you're using consistently is not able to eradicate your rats,
Okay.
I think you should get something else.
All right.
Yeah.
Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM. Reports from the control room, especially from the Relay Gomu and vehicular movement from Signal Barracks inwards Suru Alaba down to Koka and Alafia, looking very, very good. Igomu Bridge inwards Ijora up, that's Ijora 7 up, has been diverted to Total. This is due to construction work ongoing at Ijora Alafia. That's Ijora Alafia. Now, we can tell Alafia inwards Relay bus stop down to Doyin is looking very, very good. Doyin connecting White Sand, ascending Igomu Bridge is also very good. And we can tell you Ijora 7 up inwards Causeway down to Ijora Lokpa, also pretty good at this hour. No major worries. Return journey from Ijora Lokpa down to Loma, connecting Eco Bridge is free for now. And we can tell you all within that corridor. We're still having it good. Men fully on ground. I understand there's an evacuation that's ongoing within that particular corridor. We're sending you more helpings as well. 080-99-120-777 and 091-5387-7127. Still expecting updates on the Lagos Ibadan Expressway. There's a message here. It says, good morning, Traffic Radio. The things your guest is talking about are innovation in controlling pests. A good way to go this year. Sheung from Ikeja. Thank you so much, Sheung. Sheung seems to be commending you.
Thank you.
Harrison?
Yes.
Yeah, Sheung is applauding what you are talking about, really, which is very, very good. But for those that want to really take charge of their environment, really, you're saying they should do this every month or once in a quarter?
Okay, for those that want to do this regularly, so I want to just bring it into industries, because sometimes industries are worse hit. Because when you are in the top management, you actually don't get full reports about the pest situation in your facility until you get disgraced.
Okay.
Exactly. So for industry, when you already have an infestation, what do? You can ask the current pest controller doing your facility, okay, give me within the space, how long are you going to take this thing out?
Okay.
They should be able to
give you that answer.
And they should be able to give you guarantee. If you are going to get a new person, you can sign a contract. How many months do you want to give me? How many months do you want to give me? If you can't resolve this,
right,
will you do a money back guarantee?
All right. This one says, sir, for those of us that cannot afford frequent fumigation, what long-term solutions do you suggest? Ayodele is sending that one.
Okay, I'll suggest first, things that actually bring pest are food sources. So try as much as possible. Food sources, try as much as possible to do exclusion. Try as much as possible to block areas around your facility that actually bring this pest.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay.
So these are some kind of solutions. This one says, good morning, Victor. Mr. Bassi here. Say, how often... Okay, let me see if I can take this call first off, and I will get back to that question. Hello there, good morning.
Hello. Yeah, the cause of the traffic interchange.
Yes.
Is from the circular movement from interchange to Ijebu.
Okay.
So the traffic is from the bridge.
Oh, okay.
So it's true now from the interchange.
Okay.
Under the bridge, it's good to go now.
It's good to go. All right.
Yeah.
Mr. Wasio, thank you so much.
The problem is from the people going to Ijebu.
Right.
So other places blocked.
Okay.
So we are through now after the under bridge at the interchange.
All right.
It's okay now.
Thank you for that information.
Okay, that is the update.
We do appreciate you, Mr. Wasiu.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye. So he says it. It says it's due to the interchange activities there, and that's the reason why it is pretty slow. All right. So getting back to that question. Good morning, Victor. Mr. Bassi here. How often should a normal home actually do pest control? Thank you. All right. So I think he's asking the question I've asked you earlier on.
I think that you can do for homes. For homes, you can do bi-monthly, you can do quarterly, you can even do 4 months.
Okay.
Why some also do 6 months.
All right. So it's possible for you to do that. This one says, sir, someone said I should mix benzoyl peroxide. He said benzoyl peroxide, tea tree oil, and isopropyl alcohol and spray all my rooms with it. I don't know what this guy is talking about. Is it safe, Jennifer?
I think for that you need to first know the pest you want to tackle. It's not just to just mix chemicals.
But let's look at it. Are these chemicals, are they real? Benzoyl peroxide?
Yeah, we have benzoyl, we have peroxide, but I will still advise when it comes to doing such, you should use the professionals.
Okay. So is there anything like tea tree?
Yeah, there are tea tree
oil and isopropyl
natural
alcohol.
Yeah, natural.
Okay. So is it advisable for you to make use of this mixture?
Here, over here, I will not advise anyone to
do that.
Do your stuff yourself.
Okay,
just try and get a professional.
All right. This one says, good morning, sirs. So I sell food and I don't know how I can control flies without chasing customers away with chemicals. Thanks. How thank you.
Okay, for that you can actually there are products where you can actually use, and this will actually help you take out these flies without even doing any fumigation. Okay, so that way you can do that. Yes. All right. So if anyone wants to get a certified pest control manager to just come and help out, or perhaps be in charge of his build in terms of pest control, what should one do? First thing you should do, according to you, reach out to a professional pest controller. You can actually reach out to us. You can actually reach out to Pest Terminator. You can just Google it. Okay. And although we are one of the leading pest control. Where's your office located? Yeah, we have an office in Magodo. We have an office in Lekki Phase 1. Okay. So you can actually just reach us. So just Google best pest controlling. And they're ready to get a certified one. Yes. How many of you guys are in town? Do we have enough of you around? Yes. We do industries. We do virtually all facilities. Anything, whatever pests you think you have, we can actually do that. All right. I can give you full guarantee. Okay. So let's go to bed. Let's begin to take this home right now. For those who would like to connect with you after the program. All right. How can they do that? Yeah. They can actually reach us on our line. Can I? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, can reach us on 082 6086 7661. Okay. Or 082 277 1746. So take that again. 080 60 6086 7661. Okay. Or 082 277 17474. All right, we'll leave it at that for now. Yeah. Harrison Ayomide, nice to have you in the building. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much, sir. All right. He is of Pest Terminators and also member of the Pest Control Association of Nigeria, PECAN Lagos State Chapter. And I can tell you this morning, we've tried in our own little way just to reflect a bit on what you need to do and the direction you should be traveling this year in order to get it good. There's a message here that says, good morning, Victor, and your guest. There are many types of pest control chemicals out there. Before you purchase anyone to deal with any pest or rodents in your private environment, do you really need a pest control expert? Advice, go to the chemical market and request for it. Okay. I'll Comrade Daniel, okay, suggested that. Okay, you want to say something as a random? Okay, so when you talk about that, now when you have like the lady that said she got a lot of this thing and the rats are not, yeah, and that's what you call bait shyness. So okay, and we also have that for cockroach bait resistance. So you still need a professional. You still need a professional. Let's go. So. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you very much. All right, the program has been produced by Dayo Anthony, and I say big thank you to Daniel Downsey of our social media unit. Of course, Remy Aluko as well, and not forgetting our executive producer Tayo Akonle. My name is Victor Oteri. Have a splendid day. Bye.